I need your help. If you're not going to watch the whole of this video, just listen to what I'm about to say, because I really do need your help. This car no longer turns on. This key is no longer recognized by the car, and it was working perfectly fine just 2 days before. And later on in the video, we'll give a more detailed explanation of the troubleshooting we've done so far. Incorrect smart key detected. So it looks like it's just not reading the key anymore. So if you jump start the car, this key will no longer work. So I can't even turn on the car anymore. This might be the end. This is my stolen, recovered and damaged Range Rover Sport 2021 plate that I bought off salvage auction. I bought it as a stolen recovered vehicle. It was listed as starting, and at first it did, but there were serious hidden issues, and later on in the video we'll see that this car no longer starts. As always, buying at auction is a risk. You're buying blind. You don't know whether the problem will be something small or something serious. In part 1 we stripped the front end and we know what parts we need, and we also replaced the lower arm, but we also realized the subframe is damaged. I'm going to summarize this really quickly. The car was turning on fine. This key was recognized by the car. No issues there whatsoever. So let's see if it fires up. First time. Lovely. This key is no longer recognized by the car, so we cannot turn this car on anymore. And all of a sudden it's happened. In the previous videos you can see we was able to turn the car on, but now it's saying the key is not recognized, and if I try it a few times it says incorrect smart key. Okay, let's get straight into this. And in this video I want to complete this build and get this car back on the road where it belongs. But we have a lot of work we need to do. New subframe is here. As you guys can recall from the last video, we thought we fixed the subframe, but we haven't. And I'm not going to weld the broken piece onto the subframe. We've just got a new one. That way we know the wheels will sit correctly. We're going to start on the dashboard. But before doing that, I'm going to touch on the Ling Long tires. I had a few comments, people were mentioning Ling Long tires, and you guys are right. We do have Ling Long tires here, but it's not something that I put on them. So we've got the Ling Long tires here. But on the passenger side, we've got Continental, and on the two at the back, we've also got Continental there. So my theory is, it's either the insurance company, when they assessed the damage, they saw this wheel was flat, they put a new tire on it just to make it look better before sending it off to the salvage auction. Or maybe it happened at the salvage auction. Because if you recall from the last video, the wheel was sitting back. But from the salvage photos, we couldn't see that at all. So perhaps they also changed the tire and they were a bit cheeky there. And now the big one, it's time for the dashboard. And I don't think it's that difficult. I mean, I'm saying that now, but once I start, it might be a different story. I have looked at videos online to see how we can take the dashboard out. And what I do know is that this steering wheel does not need to come out. So that makes things a little bit easier, because the dashboard is actually just the top piece and it should just come out this way. We hope anyway. So let's go. We don't actually need to take off the steering wheel. So what I'll do is I'll bring it as down as possible and bring it out. So it'll just give us a bit more room here. And also the seat, we'll bring it as back and down. Oh, it's already gone maximum. But yeah, so this is down. There's a bit more room here. We're giving ourselves as much room as possible just to make our work a bit easier. Okay, first things off. We're gonna put all the bolts from this side into this pot here. I'm just taking some photos along the way, just so when we go to put things back, we know which bolt goes where. Oh, it's all one piece. Oh no, just up to here. Okay, let's take this off. This is loose. That's off now. I mean, what do you guys think of this? There's some scratches here. Should I just change this, or should I leave it like this? I mean, the good thing is it doesn't look like it's difficult to change. So even if we change the dashboard, put everything back together, later on we could always just change this if it's bothering us. But there is some, scratches here. It's a bit annoying. Don't know if I could get rid of that, but yeah, I think I'll leave it for now. Okay, now straight to the back seat, because we need to take off this trim here so we can access some of the bolts that's holding the center console in place. Oh no, there's a scratch here. You can see it, that's not good. The trim will cover it up. That's better. We have to be very careful when removing the trims, as it's so easy to break a clip or cause further damage, like what almost happened to us.
That's off.
Guys, we're almost there. I've unbolted everything on this side, but it's still not moving. It's still, I mean, it's wobbling, but it's still stuck. There's still some more bolts, and I think there are just 2 bolts right at the top. So if we go around this way, I should be able to see some bolts just over here. As we can see, one here and one on the other side, which we need to take off. We should be able to do it just from this side by getting the tool into here, just around here. So yeah, let's give that a go. And now we move on to the driver's steering airbag. To take it off is fairly straightforward. We need to insert our tool into the small opening here, and then the airbag should just come out.
There we go. That's off now.
Okay, that's off. That's off now, and this is our old airbag, which we can throw in a bin. We've removed all the bolts, so the dashboard should come out now. And in the beginning I did say it's easy, but it's not. It takes a lot of time to get this dashboard out because there's so many bolts everywhere. But we've done it now, we've got it out, and we need to put the new one back in, which I'm not going to do today because it's just too much work. We'll do it tomorrow. And now we need to put the dashboard back in the same way we took it out, making sure each and every bolt goes back into the same place. We also need to remove the center console to access the airbag module. We are getting an error message on the scanner showing the crash data storage is full and locked. And what that means is we will need to take out the airbag module and send it off to be cleared. Okay guys, I've spent over 3 hours just on the center console and I've almost got it out. The issue was the bolts here, I just couldn't find where they were located. I mean, there was 2 at the front and 1 in the middle, which were easy access. They were under the carpet, but the other 2 are just hidden right at the bottom here underneath the carpet. And the issue we have is the seats here. In the beginning I should have taken off the seats and it would have just made my job so much easier, but because I kept them in, it's harder to put my tool in here to get to the bolt. What I wanted to do was to bring the seats forward, and because they're electric seats and obviously everything's unplugged, so I didn't want to put power to the car. It's not good to do that. So I've kept it like that, and I've just had to squeeze my tool in here, and it just took me so long, but we managed to get out eventually, and it should now just come out. Got my hands on it. There we go guys, there we have it. 3 hours just to get this out. It took me at least 3 hours just to get the center console here out the way so we can get to the airbag module, all just for this. And now we need to send this off to get this reset. And now we just need to put everything back in its place, and we're almost there. Also, towards the end of this video, I'm going to give away a special code, and that will give the first 100 of you a completely free car history check. So that will include if your car's on finance, if it's being written off, any mileage issues, keeper changes, and if your car has been put through salvage auction like my one, there may be the damaged photos on there. So stay tuned for that. I've spent over 2 hours just trying to locate the rear seat belts, and there's no video on YouTube on it either. And because it's just so tricky to get to, I don't know what Range Rover was thinking when they did this, because as we can see here, I've taken off the complete trim from the top. I've taken off the side as well. I've removed this as well. So the fuse box is behind here. So yeah, what it looks like we need to do is take off this complete area here, but the actual bolt is sitting on the side of the fuse box. So the rear fuse box is over here and the bolt is literally here. And to get to this bolt, I need to most likely remove this fuse box. And to even get to that, I need to take off the complete bottom piece piece here, which is where the hybrid battery is. I need to remove the bottom piece here and then take off this trim completely and get to it from the bottom upwards. I managed to loosen the fuse box around the bolt, just enough to get access to it and unbolt it, and that's how I replaced the seatbelt. The other side was much easier. Whilst we wait for the airbag module to be sent back to us, we'll focus on the front of the car. First, I'm bolting the hybrid plug back into its place. And I'm also testing the bonnet lock to make sure the bonnet sits properly. And it does. The alignment between the wing and the bonnet looks good too. I've got a driver's wing that we need to put back onto the car. The headlights. We need to make sure they sit well with the bonnet. The passenger side sits well and aligns nicely. But the driver's side won't sit correctly because of the damaged bonnet. We'll fix that once it's been repaired at the body shop. Okay guys, I'm done with the headlight on this side and the alignment looks good. So normally I always just put my finger through it, because sometimes if it's not sitting right, your finger will just go in and you know the bonnet or the headlight is either too high or too low. But sitting nicely, it's aligning with the wing, it's aligning with the bonnet. Obviously we don't know with the bumper, but if this is okay, it's most likely the bumper will be okay as well. And it looks like how it should be. So I'm happy with that side. Okay guys, do you know what? We're gonna go in straight away and put the coolant in, because I wanna make sure the radiator is okay and there's no leaks anywhere. Because if there is, then, you know, trying to do the alignment and blah, blah, blah. If we need to take the radiator out, then we've got to do it all over again. So put the coolant in, and this is ready to use. So it's ready mixed. So yeah, let's go. It's empty at the moment. And there is no leaks at the moment, but we're going to need to turn on the engine anyway once we fill it up. We'll just keep the cap open for now. I think it's all because the battery is damaged. No, it's not. Incorrect smart key. I think because the battery is very low. Here, I'm just assuming that the key isn't working because of a battery issue. But we realized later on that we have a big problem. Dead completely. And the jump start is not working. 100% battery. For now, we'll put the battery on charge and carry on with the build. The next thing we'll work on is the headlight washer jets. And that's just used to sprinkle some water onto the headlights. And what we'll need to do is connect them onto here. As you can see, our one is ripped from before, but what I'll do is I'll reconnect them from over here. And I bought these ones and they have the hose with it, and it should connect onto here and here. We'll take it off from here and put it onto this side. There we go. The car doesn't recognize the key anymore, but 2 days before that, it was working perfectly fine. I was able to bring it forward, backwards, so I know the key works. The only thing I could think of is that the battery is completely dead and the modules are not communicating with the key. If the hybrid battery is dead, the 12-volt battery is completely dead, then it can be that the key disconnects itself and it needs to be resynced again. We're hoping that's not the case, because that will be a very big job and it'll cost quite a lot. So what I'll do is, I'll get the battery, it's been on charge, we'll put it on, we'll test it. And if it works, great. If it doesn't, I am going to get another battery. And then if it still doesn't work, then we need to get someone out here and see why and what's wrong. Let's go. Let's give it a jump start as well. I do think the battery's still dead. We'll definitely need a new one, I reckon. Let's just see. Yeah, no good. I mean, straight away, it's still not reading it. Let's have a quick look as well, but I'm pretty sure it's no good. It's still saying place a smart key as shown, so I'm putting it next to where it should be. Yeah, absolutely nothing. Incorrect smart key detected. So it looks like it's just not reading the key anymore. Okay, what we'll do is, before we actually get someone out here to see what's wrong with this, I'll get a new battery. I'll get a completely new battery. We'll try that as well, and then we'll see where we go from there. But for now, I'm just going to continue with the front. Try to complete the car, and yeah, get a new battery, and then we'll see what will happen. Let's go put the parking loom onto the front bumper and put that onto the car. Before we do that, I'm going to fit the air deflectors on both sides and run the parking sensor loom inside the bumper. Then we'll install the two fog lights at the bottom . And bolt in the headlight washer jets. And now, the moment that I've been waiting for, it's time to put the bumper back onto the car. Guys, look at this. How good does this look? And we're not even finished yet. We've still got to put in another bolt on this side, tighten the other bolt. We've got to put the grill in properly, bolt the other side as well. But it looks very, very good. And yeah, I'm happy with the alignment as well. I mean, obviously not those areas here, but the bonnet alignment looks very good with the headlight. That we spent a lot of time on, and it's paid off because it looks very, very nice. But the biggest problem we have is this car no longer turns on. So I'm going to divert my attention now, not to completely screw everything on the front, and only because I'm cautious that just in case I need to take it off. But for now, let's try and get this car going. And I've slept on this and I've come back now, and I'm just going to try to explain it to you guys what's happening. So the car key is no longer recognized by the car, and this was working perfectly fine 2 days ago. I was able to start the car, as you can see in the previous video. I was able to start the car, go back and forward. I was able to drive it like it was okay. But now the car doesn't recognize the key anymore. And I'm trying to figure out why, what could happen. And in that period, we've not done anything. I've not unplugged anything. I've got a new battery, a brand new battery. So I'll show you guys at the back. Okay guys, I'm gonna go through the steps we've taken so far and the next steps. Bit of a mess in here. And I'll show you what we've done. So first thing is, got a brand new battery. And the issue is not battery related. It's a new battery, but it's still acting up. And this car has a hybrid battery, this big one here. And what I figured out is that this hybrid battery and the 12-volt battery work side by side. And what I mean by this, if there's no power on a 12-volt battery, the hybrid battery will work and the car will start based on that, and vice versa. So it being a battery issue, that's not the case. I've charged the hybrid battery, it's on about 10%. I know there's charge in there. I mean, regardless, even with no charge, it should still turn on because we have a new battery in there, right? So I don't think it's battery related any longer. The OBD tells me there's no power to the BCM module. or not enough power to the BCM module. One thing I am going to do now is just to check the connections, because I have done some research and I have checked some YouTube videos, and in some cases if there's like a loose cable somewhere, it can cause the car just to go crazy. I've also checked the fuses in the engine bay, under the passenger footwell and in the rear, and everything looks good. I even replaced the front antenna module. It only cost me £10 and I thought, you know what, why not just change this as well? But absolutely no luck. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do now is check the antenna, the key antenna. And what that antenna does, it essentially just looks for the key. So when you're close by, it recognizes the key and it feeds the information to the KVM, which holds the key data, and then the car should start. In our case, it's key not recognized or key can't be found. So let's work backwards and let's look at the antenna first. And I have checked and apparently it's located up here. I mean, that was loose. That was loose. So I'm gonna just try to put it in. A bit unusual why it was so loose, but so put the battery on and we can see all the lights are coming on, but trying to open it, it's not recognizing. Before anybody states the obvious, I have changed the battery on this key. I've actually swapped it 3 times, but it's still no good. So yeah, as we can see, there's no life to it. When I'm opening it, it should just flash. And we look at here as well. And I try to turn the car on. Yeah. This smart key. Yeah, it's not recognized. It's just not doing anything. What we've also done is I have already checked the fuses in here. Just not sure where it could be. Yeah. This might be the end. You know what? I know someone. He's a Range Rover specialist. He deals with all this key stuff, key not recognized nonsense. So what we'll do is give him a call, let him come in, see if he could figure it out. I also have a theory. Because we've jump started the car every single time, that has caused some power shock into the system and it caused one of the modules to just be fried. That could also be a theory. And there is power to the KVM module. Even though it says no response on the OBD, there is power to it. And now I'm testing the KVM module. This basically manages the keyless entry, the key fob recognition. It just basically tells the car that this key is the right one for the car. We are getting power to it. But what made me suspicious is when I plug my OBD tool in, my scanner tells me this module is getting a no response. And we'll find out exactly how much it actually costs to fix it. I reckon we could be spending over £1,000 easily. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In the next video, we're getting this car running no matter what. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I've got a special discount code that will give you a completely free car history check. All you need to do is go on fullcarchecks.co.uk. The link is in the description and create an account. It takes about a minute. It's completely free, very quick. And then go onto the homepage, enter any registration plate you would like, and click on the full check and enter the discount code IBSFIX100, and that'll give you a completely free car history check. So if your car's been written off, if it's been stolen, keep history, salvage details, finance, it's all included.